What is up, guys? Welcome back to 2016, the podcast. I am here in my beautiful backyard back home in California filming for you today. I hope all my neighbors have jobs so they don't hear me. Hey, but maybe I'll get some new listeners to the show. They'll get to listen to it twice. But today, guys, I'll admit, I'm a little more prepared than usual. I got a little notebook. I wrote down some stuff I wanted to talk about when it comes to 2016. Obviously, we're still in 2026, and the 2016 vibes are immaculate. Everyone's talking about 2016 online, and I just feel like this is all because of me. I manifested this for everyone. Like, who knew 2016 would have been 10 years ago in 2026? Like, I don't think I could have predicted that. I don't think a mathematician could have. Like, that's insane. But with that, today, I wanted to talk about a few things. First off, I wanted to address that 2016 was the branch off. I always talk about how it's the perfect part in history where the internet and the real world are still a little bit separate, and it's like the tipping point. But with that, because we have that branch off in 2016 where the internet and the real world kind of starts to blend together. We still had some separation before that. We still read books. After 2016, books we weren't big readers after that, at least me personally. After I read all the Percy Jacksons and the Heroes of Olympus and the Kane Chronicle, all the Rick Riordan books, after that, I was done. And I feel like that was for everyone in 2016 and after. But I think the big thing about 2016 is I think we all started to branch off a little bit, especially for me, just because the timing. I was in middle school, so I had new friends. All my friends I played sports with growing up, and they went to different schools. We finally all went to the same school, so it's like a new friend group was made, not the same one from elementary school. So we started to branch off in life in general for me. So that's why I think 2016 might be amplified a little bit, because I had extra layers to it. I think it happened at the perfect time for me. So middle school, you branch off, you get all these new vibes, new ideas, and then it's just one of those times where so much great music was coming out. I need to do a whole new episode on that alone. The XXL Freshman Cypher 2016, that might sound like gibberish to some people, but if you know, you know. Little Uzi, Playboy Cardi, SoundCloud rapping was big then. Oh my gosh, talk about an organic culture of music. 2016. Oh my gosh. But just like that, and with these rabbit holes of SoundCloud rappers, Little Uzi, all these random things, unreleased music was still cool back then. And we were with this weird point where we're still I was middle school. I'm getting introduced to the internet, and I get introduced to all these rabbit holes. I have access to the internet, and I can just look up anything I want. I'm that's crazy. Good thing I was a good kid and didn't go crazy, looking some wild stuff up. But I think that combined with the idea that I was in middle school, all these new ideas, new friends, new people, and then I have the internet on top of that, I think that's what amplified 2016 for me. And so I kind of want to use some examples. We have 2016, we had the meme, Damn Daniel. If you don't know what it is, it's literally this kid in high school, I believe, in 2016, on Vine. He wears these fire fits every day, and his friend records him. He goes up, Damn Daniel, Damn Daniel, Damn Daniel. And then the iconic line is, Damn Daniel, back at it again with the white vans. I know what you guys are thinking, what, white vans? You had to be there. White vans were the thing. Obviously not anymore. So hard to clean. I actually don't think I can remember the last time I saw someone wearing white vans. Wow, that's crazy. Those used to be the thing. I was a Nike Janowski kid growing up, wannabe skater boy, but the vans are cool. I grew into vans more in high school. I was wow, why didn't I not wear these my whole life? What was I missing out on? No wonder I was such a loser in middle school. I didn't have vans. But, so for Damn Daniel, it branches. Like most things in 2016, it's kind of the starting of niche, or a cultural niche, where everyone bands together to some degree, and then we kind of branch out. So we have Damn Daniel. Half the people are yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna wear white vans. Ha ha, damn Daniel. Damn Adam, white vans. Ha ha, that's funny. And the other half are Daniel's hot. We're gonna wear white vans because he's hot. So that was Damn Daniel's a good example of a male versus female look at the trend. We have the females who are they're one of the boys, they don't hang out with girls because they're too much drama. So they say Damn Daniel because it's funny. But literally ask anyone in 2016, yeah, Daniel's hot, any female. Okay, don't ask me. No comment there. I plead the fifth. And then another example I thought of was Squidward dabbing. I know what you guys are thinking, like, what? So the context of this is, I believe it was Universal Studios, I don't know, whichever one owns the rights to Disney, not Disney, to Nickelodeon, whoever owns Nickelodeon, whatever big like amusement park, Universal Studios, Disneyland, I think it's Universal Studios, whichever one owns SpongeBob, they had like a parade or something, and 2016 dabbing was big, shout out Cam Newton, dab. Actually, I made a stop motion video in middle school called Dabtastic, where me and my friends were just moving inch by inch in our video class, and I dabbed. Honestly, revolutionary. Like, when I'm famous, people are going to be talking about Dabtastic. It's on YouTube, The Big Donut Productions, if you guys want to watch it. But with that, so dabbing, Squidward. So at this parade, this kid's like, dab, 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 you need to dab. And Squidward looks over and he goes, it's an iconic Vine from 2016. I mean, if you know, if you're a ball knower, but it blew up. It was everywhere. And everyone liked it, like the nerds, the jocks. I mean, middle school, we're all kind of a little bit of both, but like I wasn't popular, but I feel like I did a little bit of everything. So I was like kind of in every friend group a little bit, at least one person in every friend group I feel like liked me. So I feel like that's why I experienced 2016 so much, because I got a little bit of everything from everyone. And so I think that's why I have that's why I am the spokesman for 2016, obviously. Self-promoted, self-made, whatever. Same difference. But so for Squidward dabbing, there was two type of people who liked it. You either liked it because he was dabbing, because you thought dabbing was cool, or you liked it because it was Squidward. And I know it might not sound like some revolutionary idea, but it just kind of visualizes the idea that everyone was branching off in their own way. Like, everyone likes something for different reason. And you might be like, Adam, you're an idiot. Yeah, everyone has their own thoughts and ideas, of course, but it's 2016. And obviously, I was listening to the Zerky podcast today, and he was talking about how people branch onto ideas or stereotypes because they want to fit in with people. And I feel like I agree with that 100%. Like, you want to fit in with people, so you'll act like them a little bit. You'll want to wear those type of clothes, like frat persona is a good example. Like, everyone wears like the same polos, like 2016 frat. Like, everyone wore Vineyard Vines, like Sperry's. Everyone has to fit in the same way. But I feel like 2016, you fit into a mold, and then you branched. You started at the same route, and then you branched off. That's what made 2016 great, because yes, we all like Damn Daniel, but then, okay, we like him because he's hot, or we like him because it's funny. We like Squidward dabbing because it was Squidward, or because he was dabbing, It's just stuff like that. It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's dumb. It's pleasure. And that's what made 2016 great, stuff like that. And first of all, kind of spin off both of those things. Ellen. Squidward, actually, I think Daniel got on Ellen because of that. And there was a drama back then. There was some controversy because Damn Daniel got to go on Ellen, but the guy who said Damn Daniel didn't get to go, which was BS. They both should have gotten to go. But of course, Ellen's going to take the hot guy on there who's, good for the camera, because, Ellen's a creep. Sorry, guys. Guilty. I don't like Ellen. I don't think she's funny. I used to watch her, I think. Or I think it was just one of those things that was on your TV when you got home from school, but you didn't watch it. It was just there. But, so honestly, back then too, if you did anything, if you blew up at all, you would go on Ellen. Like, there was this guy, some guy from Target, I forget his name, but he got famous because girls thought he was hot, and he worked at Target. So he went on Ellen. And I think it's a funny thing, if you go on TikTok nowadays, if you see like a viral video, and it'd be like, if this was 2016, you'd get on Ellen for this, which is iconic, because I think it's cool looking back on it that, Ellen, like this big pop star, she would get all these celebrities on the show, but then, you get the 5 seconds of fame, 15 seconds. I got mine in 2020, 2021. I used to dress up as McLovin on TikTok, got a few million views. And I think maybe, I'm not saying for sure, I might have gone on Ellen dressed up as McLovin if she was still doing this stuff in 2020, 2021. But that's one of the things that's awesome about 2016. Like, the stupidest thing ever is like, Ellen's like, I got a job for you, buddy. And you know, they didn't become influencers after. Like, no one knows what damn Daniel does nowadays. He probably works in finance. But like nowadays, it's like you do something and it's, oh, I'm instantly like Hawk Tuah girl. Like Hawk Tuah would have gone on Ellen and that would have been in it. Now it's like, I have to be an influencer, I have to be a star. And it's like, we need to bring back 15 seconds of fame. Like, I got mine on TikTok. I loved it. That was awesome. Not the idea of like people, yeah, I like the idea of people thinking I'm funny. Guys, the notifications, oh my gosh, like it was a high. I go logging on, especially because I gotta get a lot of notifications, you know. Cry me a river. But going on your phone, 99 plus notifications on TikTok, oof. Talk about stimulation. Or serotonin, no. Whatever that stimulant you get from scrolling on TikTok. I'm blanking on it, but you guys know what I mean. And so, 2016, it was 15 seconds of fame and that's it. Obviously, you had your few people, you had like your Jake Pauls, your King Bashes, your, the Gabby girl who's crazy now. Like, you had influencers, you had people who went famous. But it wasn't this 15 seconds of fame, and then I'm gonna try to be famous after. Which, I mean, I don't blame people nowadays, because, I mean, shoot, you can make so much money being an influencer, and it's really, like, not that much hard labor, and you could honestly be set for life if you do everything right with your money, you know? But not everyone was fit to be famous, or fit to be a person, I don't know, in relevancy? I am personally. I should be a freaking influencer, okay? I don't want a real job. I just want to talk to my phone all day with you guys. I wrote a note here and I can't read it. I literally have no idea what I wrote. That's bad. I have no idea what I wrote. Wow, I'm embarrassed by that. But just going back to I mean, yeah, it's like everyone used to do their own thing. And I feel like we don't do that anymore. Everyone's like super cliquey and like stuck in this box. Like you have to like be labeled something nowadays, you know? And I feel like we're slowly moving away from that, especially in this whole 2026 thing. Like, we don't have surprises anymore. People don't go on a whim and just do something for fun, you know? Everything's planned out, meticulated, 20 years in advance. You know, the algorithm knows what's going to happen before we do. And we need to escape that. We need to go back to this original niche. I think people talk about niche all the time. Like, I just had a video on it on my YouTube channel talking about niche, like me trying to find my niche. And I think 2016 was kind of the origin of it. Like, obviously people always had hobbies, always had their own things, but I think the internet niche came out in 2016 because we had these big ideas, but then they branched out. It's like you're in middle school, or I was in middle school. I'm finding new friends, and the internet allows me to make these same friends I have in person with these same hobbies, same ideas, but online. It's kind of insane. Like, our horizon is widened so much because all of the ideas, because you go to elementary school, you're friends with the kids who live by you. Then you go to middle school and you're friends with the people more similar like you. But then the internet comes out at the same time. And we have this weird spot where it's like, I can be friends with someone around the world who probably I have more in common with than the people in my hometown. Which is like, has its pros and cons, because it's like weird, you know, because they're online. But it's also like this new bridge that we are slowly getting into. I mean, you had your, not even friends, but just people you admire, like your YouTube channels you liked, like your Vine people, like your Musical.ly people you related to or thought were funny. And it was kind of like a friend you didn't know you had. But then now it's gone to a point where it's like we idolize these people, where no, they're just other people. And yeah, they're relatable. And yeah, they're famous, but they're just another person. Like, we branched out so far where we started at the tree. We've gone up. We've all branched out, and now there's this fruit that we all want, and it's the celebrities. And it's like, guys, come on, we don't need the fruit. I don't know where I was going with that. I just was looking at my lemon tree, and it just thought to do an analogy of like, we're chasing a fruit that get plucked off, you know, a new one will grow. And we're at this weird place where we're always looking for the next. Like, we're never focused on what we already have. We always need the next. I mean, granted, we live in like a consumer society. Like, oh, you know, the day after the Super Bowl, it's like, oh, ESPN's top power rankings for the 2027 season. Like, Jesus, the Super Bowl just happened, guys. Relax. And that's one of the things. It's like we don't enjoy the moment anymore. I know this episode was about branching out, but I think you have to branch out and enjoy your own moment. That's a big thing. You have to enjoy your 15 seconds of fame. Ooh, that was a good segue right there. So with that, guys, enjoy that meme. Find the reason you like it, you know? You can like it because it's funny. You can like it because the person in it's hot. Who cares? Like it because you like it. You know, if Squidward dabs, it's cool because he dabbed. Oh, it's cool. Like, if SpongeBob dabbed, I would have hated it. You know, it's bullshit. Give me Squidward dabbing, not SpongeBob. You know, get your 15 seconds. Go on Ellen. I've been posting a lot on TikTok lately, and I'm literally, like, shadow banned. Like, Oracle, they do not like me or something because, like, my videos aren't terrible, but one of them, I mean, I've gotten 1 million views on TikTok before. I know what videos are good on the algorithm and, like, when it works. I had a banger. Me and my friends dancing. We did a hike at sunrise. We were doing TikTok dances on the top of a mountain while the sun was rising, and it got like 700 views with like 100 likes. And usually the algorithm used to be like 10 views for every like. It would branch out more, and so I'm definitely shadow banned. Might make a new account. I don't really want to though. I'd rather just post on what I have, and if I don't get views, I don't get views. You know, it's not meant to be. The algorithm doesn't want me. They don't want me. So I'm just gonna be me. You know, I'm gonna branch out and post what I want to post. That's what you guys should do. Get on Ellen. Enjoy your 15 seconds. Be you. Be your own niche. Branch out. Enjoy 2026 like it's 2016.